Have two if you want, or I forgot one of the stools is on the over there by the bar. Actually, yeah, or by the kitchen. But yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Bro,
What's
I
up?
had to deal with I popped 2 tires yesterday.
Yeah, I heard that you said like that was your 5th tire this year, and it's only February.
well, I'm at a whole 365.
Shit.
But 2 of them weren't mine.
All right.
So I think I get some leeway.
Close the door, Danny. All right, for sure. It just take a few minutes to just let people know that we're live. So go ahead. I'm gonna share you the link. Yeah, but yeah, your tires. That shit sucks, dude. That shit sucks.
Bro,
What kind of car you got?
2012 Honda Accord.
Honda Accord, Honda
Yes.
Civic.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's '09, and it's I've had its issues with it too because like it scares the fuck out of me sometimes. I have like a check engine light on for the
Should
randos.
probably move back just a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're in the camera.
I was like,
you're in the
it's
camera.
gonna see nothing but
Yeah.
vape. No.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, but I popped 2. I put on the spare,
Uh-huh.
and then the spare's flat.
Oh,
I'm just like,
shit.
well, what's the use of a spare?
That's fucking.
You can't use it.
That's fucking dumb. Wait, is this the right link? Hopefully it is. Hey, we live. Shit. If not, I'm about to share a meme on Twitter right now.
I'm like, oh, I need to find the link.
Yeah, it's the right one. Okay.
You post on Twitter.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. We live.
We out here.
With Mr. OCD.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
That's weird.
What's up?
just hearing it twice, I'm just
Yes, sir. We live.
just slightly behind.
Yep. Yeah. It's gonna be like that, but you want to hear it off the mic. Here. Goddamn. I just realized something like, what was it? I feel like really proud of those kids that they get to buy them or their parents buy for their car.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, you lucky sons of bitches. I had to buy my shit off of Craigslist too. So like, there's some shit.
I got really lucky because my parents, they made the deal with me that I just pay the insurance,
Mhm.
and then they got me a Honda CRV,
Okay.
and that they only got it for like $4,500. So it was like,
It's the other way around for me. I bought the car, they pay for the insurance.
yeah, I wish that was it because my insurance is $500 a month right now.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid high, and I was like, fuck this. But I think we should start switching over to live because people are just gonna join already. But yeah, and boom, there's your face.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
your face. You look at the TV.
I'm so new to the live streaming
No.
world.
Really?
Yeah, I've done a bunch of like YouTube stuff
Mhm.
since I was a kid, and then
Then never.
never got into the live. It's just weird seeing like,
I actually wanted to be like a Twitch streamer.
oh yeah,
Yeah, like I actually I was into hella like Twitch streaming like and shit like that. And I was like, I just want to be like a gamer. Well, not taking seriously. I was like, it's just fun to do.
yeah, like you like playing games, you like talking about games, so why not
Exactly.
talk to other people about
So
it.
like now I still kind of do it here and there, but like not as often as I want to because I'm
I've
busy.
got a few buddies who went pretty serious in the Twitch streaming.
Oh shit.
It's shit. If you can, that's
I know,
lot.
like if you can, that'd be the life though. Like, but I hear they stress out sometimes because they have to play some games.
I would stress out. I would not be able to do that. Where it was just like every single day, like
Yeah,
going live. Like I don't know. That would be hard.
It's a fucking weird situation. But what's good, everybody? It's your boy Scrappy Flako. Here I am with the homeboy Matt OCD Visuals. How you doing, son? What's good?
It's a good day.
It's a good. I can feel the energy, bro. I can feel that. But yes, Matt here, OCD Visuals. You might have seen his work on some of your favorite rappers, music videos, or you did Savage Season, right?
Yeah, I did
Yes,
Savage
you-
Season for Color 8.
Go check that out. That shit's a good ass music video, and the visuals are crazy. Links in the description below for his Instagram, his Twitter, and his YouTube channel. And he's also been posting like a lot of art lately, just like 3D rendering, and with that shit's cool.
Yeah, I've been obsessing over that.
Why? Like, so it's like with the sudden interest.
Ooh, so I just realized there's an entire world of CGI that, or not CGI. Like I realized the video effects world.
Yeah.
You can learn everything about compositing, but if you can't create your own assets, it's hard to like. You're always searching the internet for the right thing, but
Yeah.
if you can make the right thing, you're like unstoppable.
Yeah. So the whole teaching a man how to fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's just kind of like I don't like picking on the internet and trying to find little like overlays and images when I can just
make yours.
one.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I need rain, I'll make rain. I need
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. So I'm really trying to get to the point where I can like integrate the CGI into my photos and my videos and have it be like completely like photoreal. Like you can't tell that it was.
Because like in Cyber Season, like it was like a lot different from basically your other work, you know. A lot of it was like flashy, like just good lighting and good like cinematography and shit like that.
Yeah.
But there was like Johnny Cage doing like spin kicks and then like also like the smoke 3D effect.
Oh yeah.
So like, how long did that take or shit like that?
Bro, I spent it was 4 all-nighters.
4 all-nighters? Jesus.
No, like I because I've never done animation like that. I've always I dabbled in the sense of like I'd create intros off of like stop motion and doing stuff like that, but I've never created character sprites and had them like repeat into.
I used to fuck with that actually.
It's hard. Like,
I know
it's so sick.
Yeah, it's sick, but the thing is like it's frame by frame by frame, and it's like very tedious, and I don't really have the patience for that shit, you know.
Well, so that's what it came down to is I had to figure out every little thing, and there like the first ones that I created, I did it like in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
Where I would draw them frame by frame.
Oh shit.
But I found out that a better way to do it is to draw them all on one frame that's really like high resolution, because then you can see the previous one and then see the next one.
Yeah.
And so you can like pick out the differences and be like, oh, I need to erase that. That looks bad, or I need to add that detail.
Yeah.
If you're like switching back and forth, it's like, did I catch that difference or not? Like, it's hard to make them look equal. In the
I know,
same...
and it's like because I'm a video editor too, and like I work on After Effects a lot at my job, and I'm just like this whole fucking thing of like getting just basically a PNG and want it to go that you want to go. And like it's a very tedious thing, and like I hate it when my boss or someone like, hey, I didn't like this little aspect, and I'm like, oh, you know what I have to do? I have to go back, reopen the project, change that little aspect you want, and then render the whole fucking thing and wait 15 minutes.
And it's like, honestly, sometimes it's not even as easy as like changing it. Like sometimes it's easier to erase everything, start over with the new idea in mind than to try to.
Yeah, and it's math or no, fucking video editing is basically like a math problem. There's like different ways you can solve it.
Bro, that's what I love about it. Because it's kind of like I've never been too good with traditional art. Like painting and drawing, I've always been really, really trash at. Probably the most I did with like the most traditional would be writing. And I wasn't even that good at it, but like I just
you want to try it.
Yeah, it was just, like I did that every day when I was like middle school, high school, like even as a kid. Like I got 20 journals just chilling that are all
shit
in their own different. Yeah, they just have their own different use.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope though.
But
so wait, you tried writing, you tried drawing. What happened with that? Why'd you like not fuck with it that much?
Like I fucked with it, but I couldn't do it, and. I don't know. It's just like same with guitar. I tried to play guitar, but I didn't get that satisfaction that like skateboarding gave me.
Yeah.
And so it's like when I draw something 25 times over and I didn't see any change between them, it just got so discouraging.
Yeah.
So then it was like, all right, like, and I was still a kid, so I was still having fun and just like trying to like get something to work right. And then videos just worked first. So
all right, that's for sure. Because my question is, you do many things like photography and videography, and also with lately the 3D art on your Twitter. Are you just trying to be creative as possible, or you just want to have dip your toe in everything?
So there's I think that it's really important to get an idea of how every aspect of your industry works, and then specify where you want to go. But overall, it's like, so 3D is really daunting. Yeah, and it's always been like the most terrifying.
I don't attempt it in fucking After Effects. I do not.
Bro, it is crazy, right? And then I got Element 3D, which is the plugin for After Effects, where you can just like drag and drop simple materials. You can put on like HDRI maps and like basic 3D techniques that like get your head going. Yeah. And so so I've actually been doing daily CGI renders for, I think today's the 8th day, and I got a separate like Instagram account for it. Yeah. But the reason is to just progress my learning, because I've messed with Blender since I was like 12.
Oh,
like
shit.
To make 3D text and just do like simple little stuff. Yeah. And because it was free. But I could never get into it because it was so scary, bro. So yeah, it was just literally like the reason for doing the CGI every day is just to learn as much as I can. Okay. And to try different techniques and to just toy with it. Like no pressure. it's also a great warm up.
Yeah.
Like I just do the CGI right when I wake up, like while drinking my cup of coffee, like having breakfast, and then I actually get into the video editing and like work on my music video for the day or work on like whatever project.
Okay, for sure.
Going down.
Well, another thing too is that it's also pretty impressive. Like, it's not just like some amateur, like, hey, I'm trying this thing out. You know, like people just say like, hey, here's what I'm trying out. People usually support like, oh, that's cool, bro. But like yours actually like impressive. That's my thing. Like,
damn, I appreciate that.
yeah, because like I see it, and it's like there's some good lighting. You know, like how to not just like make a 3D model like all complex and shit, but like it's also there's like some beauty to it. You know.
And
like,
I think that's kind of the most important thing that being a photographer first gave to me is like I already know how to make like an image look the way I want it to look.
Yeah.
When I'm moving the lights around myself physically. So when it's 3D, I can just now I have access to these lights that would cost thousands of dollars in real life, and I just build whatever I want to build. And like, cause I've already have all the knowledge of like how lenses work, so it's like I know like cinema lenses have like 9 to 12 blades for the aperture, and then I know that like you don't want to go below like an f1.4.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a bunch of variables that are like that because of having the photography knowledge.
Yeah.
It's easier to make it look like how a camera would capture it,
Yeah.
which I think kind of makes it look more dramatic and more pretty.
Do you ever think about doing other art styles to it? You know, like not
What
just
do
like
you mean?
realistic or like a realistic view on it, but like maybe more cartoony type of view, or even like
Yeah, so the biggest thing that I'm into, the easiest thing for me is abstract shit.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to stay as far away from that as possible because it's like it's the only thing I'm trying to do. It's like every time I'm like start with a blank canvas, it's like immediately make a mountain purple and the grass pink and like, you know. I think that I don't know. I just like bright colors. So when I get a chance to make landscapes look like that, it's just like let's do it.
Okay, for sure.
But I really want to do claymation, and I've actually been there's a few artists that I've been talking to about trying to make paintings to do the backgrounds for in stop motion, and I wanted to actually model the clay. But what I realized is I can actually model it in 3D, and then I can add a texture that mimics what clay would look like.
Yeah.
And then I would, like, because a standard animation is 12 frames per second rather than 24. So then I can actually have it skip the frame.
Oh,
so
okay.
it has that stop motion effect and, like, has the same motion blur.
That's pretty dope.
So that's what I'm trying to get into, is if I can make, like, an actual animation that looks like a claymation.
That's fucking crazy. Cause like for me, the reason like I asked about these 3D animation things and why different art styles, cause like of course I like video games like that. A lot of video games deal with the whole 3D animations, all that other shit, and I'm just like, there's my favorite one is like Arc System Works, and they made Dragon Ball Fighters. That's like my favorite game. But the way they do it is like, you know how using 3D models, they have like, there's the model and we're just gonna make it move certain ways. You know, they don't. But what they do, they do crazy shit with it. They like stretch out the facial expressions. They stretch out to make it look like a 2D animation.
Oh.
So like that's the weird part. It's a 3D model doing 2D animation things.
I think that's the best way to do it, is when you can mimic, or not mimic, when you can cross over different.
And they do it very good. If you
Yeah.
ever get a chance to look at like the cutscenes of the games and just like how they make their other games too, because it's just like it's a crazy thing, and like people fuck with like they go in debug mode and they just like, here's how it looked like in a different angle. It looks all fucked up and weird. Yeah. But it's like, oh damn, so that's how they did. They switched this arm out and then they add a bunch of detail, and that's how, instead of like going into like zooming in and make it all low poly and shit, you know?
Yeah, it keeps its form. For sure.
But my thing is, did no one teach you these things, or did you just,
No, like I haven't gone to school. I'm starting to switch my opinion a little bit on schooling, but for the longest time, like while I was in high school, it was always like,
fuck school?
Fuck school.
Yeah.
I do not want to go to school for, like, I would go for business, or I would go for even like composition, like regarding writing and storytelling, but like going to school for film just didn't make sense, because you're being told to write this script with a prompt and then you just make the movie. So why don't I just write my script and make the movie? Like, I'll learn the same amount by doing that on my own. So like I started with like I was 10 when I first started making YouTube videos, and I like just started doing like stupid little, like I think my first video was actually probably a stop motion, and then from there it went on to skating. And then I like fell in love with filming skating, and I like, honestly, until I was 17, I thought I was gonna be filming skateboarding for the rest of my life, because that's where my heart's at. But it's an unforgiving industry.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, and it's just.
So were you trying to become like one of those, cameraman skate, for skaters and shit like that, like for Thrasher and shit?
Yeah, I actually did. I filmed with Thrasher once, right? And that was when I realized I no longer wanted to film skateboarding. It's because I'm over here hanging out with all my idols, and they're telling me about like how they get paid and how their just how it works. And basically you get paid based on the clip, right?
Oh,
so if you got a one trick clip, it could be anywhere from like $75 to $100. If you got a line, it could be anywhere from like $100 to $300.
Okay.
And a line is like multiple tricks strung together. And to find out that you only get paid if you get the clip was frustrating, because I've spent like 7 days where Dre and I went out every single day for 5 hours a day, walked away with like 2 clips. And then we watched those 2 clips like a month later, and we're like, not even good. And we threw them in the trash can. We're like, no, we got to start over. We got to get better.
God damn.
So that's what made me realize. I was like, all right, it's great for fun. It is like my
yeah, because you post on Twitter like you're just like, I just love skating, like you just love it, like without a doubt.
No, it's my everything.
Yeah, I feel like
it taught me everything about my mindset. Like it just formed everything.
Something I think like what's cool about skating is that like like what you said, you have to go over and over. You have to get your fucking hits in. You gotta fucking eat shit, and then you realize, oh shit, now I can do the trick.
Yeah,
now
it's easy. All of a sudden, it just clicks.
That's the weird part about it. But another thing about it was that you don't fuck with school. I went to school for 1 year at Scottsdale Community. I was studying filmmaking, but I left because I found a job as a video editor, and I was like, oh, I know people who are studying for this shit, and they're probably not gonna get this job, you know. So I'm just like, for the people who are out there, just look for your job. Honestly, just go and look for it, or make the platform yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and the thing is too is that if you make the platform yourself, and like in a way, you've like made your own platform to allow you to edit and to progress in your editing as well.
Yeah.
And it's like if you do that, it can either lead to the job or lead to the next job, or like it's just building your portfolio. Like you're just doing what you want to do.
I got lucky too, because my interview was like a 20, maybe 30 something year old guy, but he had tattoos and shit, and he was totally like, "Sup, bro? How you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, how you doing, man?" He's like, "Oh, what's going on, man?" And he was like, "So what do you do, bro?" I'm like, like, what do you know about video?" And I'm like, I mean, like, I made YouTube videos. I used to make videos. I mean, I still kind of do here and there, but like, I know a lot about editing. You know, like I'm pretty, I guess, intermediate about it. And he's like, "Yeah. Do you know After Effects?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know a little bit." He's like, "All right, cool. Then you're hired." Yeah, like, you're hired. I'm like, "Well, as an intern first, and then I became full time."
And that's all you got to do is be like, I can do this.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start you off low, and then prove yourself. And
exactly, and that's what happened. So go out, seriously, guys, just go out and look for a job, or at least get an internship, or first.
Just try something. Just do it. Like, do what you want to do. Like, that's all it is.
So why do you have so much interest in visual arts?
I think. Damn. I think. I mean, like. Bro, that's a hard question. I just really like. I don't even know what really.
What really gets you?
Like, honestly, I think it has a big thing to do with like. So I'm colorblind. I'm not like super colorblind, but my vision's definitely doled out.
Yeah.
And I think there's just something about being able to make things pop the way I want to make them pop, and like. I don't know. There's just something really satisfying about seeing the world how I like want to see it.
Yeah.
And like making that reality for myself. But then it's also like I think it's just like it's just natural for people to want to be heard. And like I feel like everyone wants to like they have this story that they're just dying to tell.
Yeah.
That's just my medium that worked for me because I think like my dad's a programmer. So he's like really really technical on like the math side. And I just think some way or another skateboarding shaped it to be a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
And doing visuals is like that perfect mix of mathematically planned and like borderline programming, like because in Blender you can do Python programming where you type code and it will form an object, and then you type more code and that will form the animation for the object, and then you type more code and it does the shading, the texturing, all that stuff off of code that a computer generated, which is just like crazy.
Jesus Christ.
But I just love, like you said, how it's a math problem. I think that's my biggest thing is I love having an idea and a vision and then being like, all right, let's backtrack.
Yeah.
And like, how can I make that it? And then failing like 20 times.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden being like, yeah, that was it. Like, I did it.
Yeah. Because, it's exactly how it is. Just like, it's a math problem. You just like, you go through it. Because I remember so many times at work, I was like, why the fuck is this text not changing? Oh, shit. Fucking, because we download templates actually, and we're like, so to like make things much faster.
Yeah.
So like I was like, why the fuck did this guy make this template so hard to change the color? And it's like, oh no, the color panel's right here. I'm an idiot. Yeah. I'm like, fuck. Okay, so that's what I like doing about video editing. So another thing too is that tell us how you started and like at what point we were like, all right, this is who I am. I am OCD visuals. This is who I will be. I will be making music videos, but not only that, I'll just be making crazy shit in general.
So I was I mean, like, I've known I've wanted to make videos for a long time, and that was, like, super lucky to fall into. But it started, honestly, more as being a skater and being like, yo, I want my trick filmed.
Yeah.
You know? And then in order to get your trick filmed, you got to film the homie's trick, so they'll film for you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was like, wow, I enjoy holding a camera and filming other people doing a trick. But from like freshman year of high school, being 14 until 17, it was like every day I was at the skate park with my camera filming skate edits.
Yeah.
And it was the most fun thing. But I was sucked. Like, I'm talking like I didn't sync my clips to music.
Oh, shit.
I put music on and I didn't sync because it didn't click to me that it looks a lot better when it goes to audio.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't click for me for the longest time. And then all of a sudden one day when it did, it was just like, oh, why don't I make music videos? Why don't I make short? Like, why don't I take this to a new level if I can make something that looks like this magical? But, like, I didn't come up with the OCD visuals thing until I was 17. I was a senior in high school. And I was just trying to figure out, like, how's the best route to make this happen? Because that was right after, like, the whole, like, Thrasher experience.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it made sense to like branch out and to try to do things that were more like specialized and stylized.
Yeah.
Because skateboarding is really more about
Capturing the trick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about how you edited it. It's I mean, like, obviously to a degree, but if the way you filmed it takes away from the trick, skaters aren't gonna like your video.
Yeah.
And that's the audience that you're trying to get. You're not trying to get people to make it go viral on Twitter. It's usually like for the skate culture and like trying to get that.
Yeah.
So I think it was just like after a while I was making skate videos and I just got bored of the fact that I couldn't. I mean, like, I guess I could have, and maybe that would have been a good route to take, is making crazy edits over skating, but it just didn't feel like my place. So I just moved over to
music videos,
and it was like, honestly, it was it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
And like, especially because my first music videos was with a skater. He owns a company called Wedgie Miller, and it was just a good experience of like, hey, yo, like, let's meet up at the skate park and let's just go around Tempe and find this location, that location, and then seeing it chopped together, I was like, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Like, I did this cool like hat changing color effect, and I was like completely shook over it. That was the first time I did drawing animations and videos, and I didn't even like deliberately place them. I literally just drew a mess over the video and was just like, yeah, it looks good. And then the video that really made me love it was Sam's for Siren.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it was me, JD, Hannah, Pete, and we drove up to Sedona and we met up with...
Yeah, it was a good environment.
It was just such good energy, such good conversation the way up, the way down. Like, we found two of the locations by just like exploring off in a place that said do not go down. And it's funny because like we had to deal with all these trees in our hair, like not being able to see where our feet were touching, and we're just like, probably shouldn't be here right now.
We might die, fuck.
But it was just the best energy, and like, and then we went to, I don't know, it just mixes the exploring factor of skating, of just like going to a new environment and like seeing what you can make out of it, along, which is something completely different. Like, it was just cool.
Yeah.
Like, because we went to the airplane field, and then we got kicked out of there, so that's how we ended up finding that, like, cool structure with the, like, water pass and the sand surrounding it, and then we got, like, Thai food afterwards. Yeah. And it was just, like, it's just such good energy. It was, like, the first time I'd really been, like...
That's always the funnest thing, just, like, because I did a photography with my homie Eddie, and I remember I was, like, we planned it out, like, what to do, but I was, like, all right, I got, like, 3 places in mind. We went to downtown, we went to... What else? We went to downtown. We went to the park, really, like, right here. And I was like, there's some ducks. I'm like, yeah, there's some good scenery, but, like, I'm going to be, like, me. I'm, Scrappy Flako, bandana, Dragon Ball Z t-shirt. Yeah. And, like, after that, it was the funnest thing we had because, like, we just bonded with each other, you know? Like, even though I paid him, you know, like, I'm never going to, like, not make anyone work for free for me, you know?
Well, that's the thing, though, is it's like you're paying or maybe getting paid, and you're, like, having the most fun. Yeah. Like, working or contracting.
But it's not about the money either. It's, like, I just want to get that because, like, one... This your time and day, and you pretty sure you've done this with money before, and pretty sure you want money again. So like, here's some money for you, bro. You know.
I've realized money is probably the biggest thing that money. If you only do the videos for the money, you are going to be very unhappy.
Yeah, you have to work for free, pretty much.
And it's not even necessarily about working for free. It's just don't let that be the reason. Like, because I got to the when I first I really understood my value like from an early age. So when people would come up to me with these unrealistic ideas and then tell me like $200, I was like $700. And I'm like, sorry, bro, triple that. Like, and that's still a low budget music video. Like, that's not asking for a lot of money.
Yeah.
But what happened was I would end up working on videos for people that I didn't believe in the idea, or I didn't believe in the song necessarily 100%. Like maybe I like kind of I messed with it enough, you know, to not turn it down. I was like, this is okay.
Yeah.
But I ended up not working on a vision that was my vision. I ended up working on someone else's vision, and I ended up turning down the opportunities that would have allowed me to express myself more.
Yeah.
So now it's really more about like, all right, whose vision do I believe in 100%? Whose music do I believe in 100%? And what makes me feel the best to create? Because I was like, it's kind of like, don't plot on crumbs when you're planning on millions. Like, it's not worth $600 to $1,000 to make a stupid video that you don't believe in. Like, you are not getting paid enough money. You're getting $20,000? Yeah, sure. Make a stupid video that you don't believe in. Like, that is a lot of money. But you gotta do videos only because you believe in them. Yeah. And that's the best way it'll take you anywhere. And it's the most fulfilling.
Yeah, because another thing too is like I work for a real estate company, and agents every fucking day, bro, come to my desk. I'm like, I heard you're the video editor. Can you do this thing for me? I'm like, bro, I honestly don't want to, because one, it's gonna be boring as fuck. Two, you're gonna want crazy visuals that I can't actually do. Well, I mean, I probably can.
Well, it's like you could, but the amount of time that I gotta figure out to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to take the time to figure out what I want or what you want, and then we're gonna go back and forth on the video a lot too, because that's how it is as an editor. Like, you go back like is this good? Yes or no? Yeah. Or like, yeah, go change this, and then again, like I said, you can go back, re-render 15 minutes later. Is this good now? Bro. No, yeah.
The CGI is so much worse.
Yeah. I see that, because, bro, when you're like posting like, yo, am I gonna pull another all-nighter? And I'm like, please don't do that. Like,
don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, like, don't do it to, like, if you're already working hard, don't do that. But that, I'll get into overworking in a minute. But yeah, just like that whole back and forth thing and the whole like video editing process is like, guys, please be easy on us, okay? When we're editing a video, just be patient.
Yes,
yeah,
be patient.
Be patient. It's because it's actually like mentally draining sometimes. Because I remember like I literally come home from work just tired as fuck. Like, I'll lay in my bed for like an hour. Then I'm like, all right, now I got energy for the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym now. Then I'm tired again. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. Fuck this.
It's a mental game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bro, I'll spend all day every day for like a week, and then all of a sudden by the end of the week I'm just like, wow, I have not taken care of myself.
Like, damn, when's the last time I showered? Fuck.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm like, I'm like, so I've never been diagnosed with being OCD, but I feel like people can have these ideas of who they are and how things affect them. And I've never like sought it out. I've never like gone to a doctor and been like, yo, do I got any mental disorders?
Yeah.
But based on how I live my life, I am like the most opposite of what you would expect an OCD person to be, regarding like when I'm in my work zone. My work is like so obsessive, and like everything about how I layer things and set things up is like my way.
Yeah.
But
same here.
All of a sudden you look around my room and
it's
like,
it's a yeah.
Man,
I try to fix that.
You marinating in yourself.
A boring LV said coronavirus. Yes, ma'am. We out here with the coronavirus. Yes, ma'am.
You already know the deal.
You already know. But no, that's how I am too. Cause like I like to edit a video a certain way too. You know, and there's like, why don't you just do this? I'm like, no. Like, there's another video editor too, and she's like, why don't you just do it like this? I'm like, no.
You can do it like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's your way, but my way is doing it this, and I'm fucking stubborn, so I'm gonna do it my way. But my thing is like, so how often, or basically, what are your daily struggles when it comes to your video editing? Like, how do you feel sometimes when you're just like at your desk and you can't even be creative either? You're just like, fuck, like I can't.
So I think that's another reason why like the money can fuck things up, is because you start introducing this, and it's like good to introduce this idea of like forcing yourself to be creative, because you like have to get a project done by a deadline. But that's also the worst part about it, is like you can't just let it flow. You can't just play video games and then all of a sudden be like, I want to make this. And then you go make it. And that was like what made me fall in love with editing. So I would say the hardest part is getting things going. But like, honestly, if I just like, I'm a fiend for caffeine. I have my cup of Joe, heated up. I'm in like pajamas and a hoodie.
That's always the best.
We gonna get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can get into it pretty quick.
For me, my problem is I actually forget to eat or drink water.
Yeah.
So like, I would just the whole day I forget to go to lunch. Then like, yo, you can eat it. I'm like, oh shit. Then again, I come home tired as fuck. Or like, I know like, I just end up overworking myself, you know? Like, I do that to myself a lot, and it's like, all right, that's a habit I need to like take care of.
I've even noticed that like I'm more productive when I set aside 3 hours of my day to edit, and then like set aside like 30 minutes to read a book, 30 minutes to meditate, an hour to clean my room, and then like edit another hour, than if I would have edited that whole 8 hours. I will get less done. just because of organizing it and being like, no, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna edit, and then I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna drink water. And
Yeah, that's how I am too. Because I'm like, if I went out and got lunch, or if I remind myself to get lunch, I'll be more looking forward about the lunch than about my work. You know, so that's the shit that like I kind of deal with when it comes to editing too. I'm just like, yeah, I distract myself sometimes. So it's either I hurt myself to get this work done, or like I take care of myself and it gets like half done. You know.
And I work 2 jobs, so my biggest issue is like having all these ideas flowing, and because editing is so time consuming, I'm like over here trying to like meticulously like adjust every single element of it, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I gotta be at work in 4.5 hours and I haven't slept yet. Like I haven't gone to bed. And then you go to work and you work 13 hours, like let's say I work one job and then go straight to the other job. The entire 13 hours I'm thinking about how I can like adjust my editing thing, like whatever project I'm working on. And that's the worst. When you have all these ideas flowing, and I can't just write them down on a notepad because I'll lose how they visually are in my head, and that's more what it's about. I can't just write down all the settings. I have to have the idea and then play with it. So that's my biggest struggle is when I have all these ideas and I can't do anything with them, and I'm just left restless. Like,
yeah, do you pace?
What do you mean?
Like, do you just like when you're restless, do you like tap or anything like that?
My biggest thing is my rings.
Really?
Yeah, I love rings. I just like be twisting and turning.
That's pretty dope. No, for me, I pace. Like I pace around. Like I'll be at my desk. I'm like, all right, I just need a minute to just get up and get out of my chair and just walk around the room for a minute, and then I'll be back on my desk.
Or skating. Like skating is really, oof. Oof, that's my thing. It just gets me. It keeps me cool.
Tell us OCD to turn 21 so we can go to Cobra and meet.
I'm sorry. I'm a youngin.
Bro, wait. So when you turn 21?
We got 9 more months.
No, Jesus. Bro, you should go to Cobra though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you should go to.
I've heard they've been denying people at the door if you don't got your ID flipped.
Oh yeah. That almost happened to me, but like I literally turned 21 like a week later, and there was like, a week after my birthday, and there was like, oh, you hadn't turned it. I'm like, yeah, but like it was like last week. I'm like, okay, we got 30 days. I'm like, all right, for sure.
Cool.
So they were cool with it, but yeah, no, it happens.
I can get away sometimes.
You can get away?
Sometimes they'll just be like, I'm like, okay.
God damn. Yeah, because you were like, yo, should I bring beers? I'm like, oh, I got beers at home. It's all good. But it's like, can you get beers?
I was like, hey, skaters can always find a way.
All right, for sure.
We pull up to the spot.
I've never.
Locked and loaded.
I can't get away with that because, one, I'm short. Two, I have a baby face. Like, even if I like got a little bit taller, I still have like a baby face going on.
I kind of feel like I feel like I got chubby cheeks. You know, like the smile really really be looking young.
But it's like, yeah, you're either 21 or you're 16.
Yeah,
or 12, 16-year-old.
Really depends on the right person.
Yeah. That's how I see it. Let's see. Like, do you use PC or Mac?
Oh, we Mac.
You Mac? No, I'm not gonna judge.
Well, so I actually
I'm not gonna judge,
bro. 2 years ago, I built a PC. Right. It wasn't the greatest PC, but it had like 16 gigabytes of RAM, like a decent like NVIDIA card, like. It was alright, right?
Yeah.
And I was hyped on it because I built it and it just like looked really cool. My dad and I did it together.
Yeah.
But then we Hackintoshed it.
Oh fuck.
I'm that kid. I'm like, I'll pay $1,000 for a PC so I don't have to spend $6,000 on a Mac, and then I'll make it a Mac.
That's smart though. That's smart. That's smart. Like, you do that, bro.
But then I ended up getting 2 Mac laptops.
Oh fuck.
Oof.
So, is it better to edit on Mac or is it better to edit on PC? In your opinion?
I don't think it makes a difference.
Really?
I think there's more plugins available for PC. Here's my problem. I be downloading shit like a lot.
Yeah.
I see an overlay on it. I see a plugin on it. Like it's everything. And I'm good about checking for viruses, but somehow I can maintain a Mac like no one's business. It's not hard. And it is pretty similar to a PC nowadays. Like a lot of viruses out there that have adapted to be able to work for a Mac. But whenever it's a PC, it's like literally like 2 weeks later it's infected. And when you have a Hackintosh, you have to take off the Hackintosh like OS, put it back to a Windows, and then get rid of it, clean it out, and then put on the updated Hackintosh, and it takes like 3 days.
Jesus
So
Christ.
it's just like, okay, scrap that. I'll just get the real shit. But I think what's really nice is the fact that like, so I've got an iPhone, an iPad, and a laptop, and they all talk to each other. I can like airdrop everything, vice versa. Like everything is just fluid, and that's the only reason that like. And then it's just preference.
Okay,
it's fluid and preference.
For sure. Yeah, because for me, this is my PC work. I would use the laptop for everything, editing. I take it to work too, And at my job, they have Macs.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird. You
Yeah.
know? But like everyone has Macs. I'm the only PC user in there.
Mac also makes a lot, like, I'm kind of the, like, you should definitely have a Mac if you're okay with Final Cut. Like, I mean, obviously it's not like you're editing with Final Cut elsewhere, but like, it is so much faster using Final Cut on a Mac than using Premiere on a Mac. It just knows how to maximize your Mac's ability to make things go the most smooth and fluid.
Okay.
I just don't like Final Cut.
Yeah.
So I'm over here with the entire Adobe suite and just doing it the hardest way possible. But it's like, I'll fight against it. I like it my way.
Well, what other softwares do you use? Because I'm pretty sure you use Premiere and After Effects.
Yeah. I pretty much stick only, like, Premiere, After Effects, and Lightroom are my main. I'm actually more likely to edit a photo in After Effects than to edit a photo in Photoshop.
Really?
Because Photoshop is so stupid. Like, I swear, bro.
Yeah.
There are all these stupid little tools that are the exact same in After Effects. And for some reason, they work different.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah, like
why does the masking tool work different in Photoshop than in After Effects? Like, it should be...
the crop tool for me, like I thought it was cropping the picture, the PNG or whatever the fuck it is, not the entire fucking frame. You know? So like, yeah, Photoshop's confusing.
Just a bunch of stupid stuff. I've gotten better at it, like, because I'm forcing myself to, because I feel so dirty when I'm over here editing a photo in After Effects. I'm just like,
Oh, what about for animation though?
that's Blender.
Yeah, and then 2D animation as well, or
No, After Effects.
After Effects. Okay,
I shouldn't do it like that. I should be using like Illustrator or like
even Photoshop too.
or what is it, Dreamflow? That's another Adobe software. Yeah, like but like really it should be like Illustrator is
Okay.
the primary 2D animation. But what's cool about Blender is they just updated their 2D animation too. They just came out with a fat update. Like 2.8 and beyond is
shit.
so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Blender was horrible. Like not actually. It has a lot of it has always had a lot of capabilities. Do you know much about Blender?
No.
It's a free software that was made in like 94 and it's just been continuously updated through people giving their time. Like people are just like, oh yeah, I'll code for Blender for today.
Oh shit.
And then just like put out an update. And so it's just completely open reign and it like is guaranteed to never cost money. So you get a lot of these pro features, but the way it was organized just didn't make sense to my head, especially when I was like 12, like trying to make 3D text. I was like, why is it like that? And
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why can't you just make it
Put it there. Like, yeah.
bigger? Like, what?
Why can't you just drag and drop?
And like keyframing doesn't make sense too, because it's kind of like, well, it's just a little bit different. Where in After Effects, if you adjust one of the numbers, it'll automatically add a keyframe.
Grip said Photoshop user triggered right now.
You best believe I told you I'm feeling dirty when I do this. It does not feel good. We get it done. We make a way.
Again, it's a math problem. You can solve it anyway.
Whatever's easiest.
Yeah. Cause like when I see people like doing again 3D shit or even 2D animation, you ever heard of OpenTunes?
No.
It's not a 2D animation thing. I think actually Studio Ghibli uses it.
Okay.
And like yeah, it's another free software too.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's like Blender where people update and shit like that. But what are your thoughts on like just using free software and like paid software like Adobe and shit like that?
I mean, it definitely like depends. Like, cause I think there's a lot of free software that you can get. Like, cause before I could afford Photoshop, I used this program called GIMP.
Yeah.
And you can do everything that Photoshop can do in GIMP. But it's back to it just doesn't make sense. Like, you have to go through all these unnecessary steps to get to the same end result. And it's mostly like an efficiency thing. And I think that the best thing that paid software comes with is, plugins.
Yeah.
There's more plugins for the software that costs money than for the software that's free, with Blender being excluded. Blender just is an enigma. That does not make any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's so many plugins available for After Effects and Premiere. And then my favorite thing is like the replace with an After Effects composition button. You ever use that in Premiere?
Yeah.
Like, that is the most useful tool.
Yeah.
Just right click and my entire sequence opens up in After Effects, and then I save it, and it doesn't compress it. It just puts it into my Premiere project. Like,
yeah, I know. It's like
that's godly. I hate compression.
I fucking love the media encoder thing.
Another
because I'm just like, oh, now I can like render all these videos all at once. I don't have to wait for I don't have to come back to my laptop like 10 minutes. Like, oh, it's done. Okay, cool. Let me type it in. here, make another video again or clip it, whatever, and then put the title and then boom. Like, no, I can just put the title one by one, click play, and it renders all of them.
Yeah, it gets them all through.
Yeah.
You ever use proxies?
Nah.
Proxies are what I mostly use Media Encoder for proxies. Basically, you just you know what they are?
No.
You just export it as a lower version. So if you got a 6K file, you would export it being like
1080.
no, like even less than 1080. Like sometimes, you know, like it depends on how extensive you're going and how much visual effects you're doing. But if it's mostly about like the color grade and the chop,
Yeah.
I will even lower it to 720, and it basically only changes the preview to 720. So you can add all these effects and add everything. It's adding to the 720, and then when you finish the video, because 720 plays fluid on like any computer with like 4 gigabytes of RAM, whereas 6K does not even, like I have 32 gigabytes of RAM and 6K does not play fluidly on that. So that's an expensive problem to solve. So you just make the proxies and it just renders it through, and then you turn them off when you go to export, and it exports the full quality.
That's pretty crazy.
Just say it saves you a lot of time, like just waiting for it to load to be able to preview it. That's what I use.
God damn. All right. Because, yeah, this laptop does give me trouble, too. Like,
I swear it'll make it run like a beast. You won't even know. You
Bro,
got 4K footage. Like,
I wait 15 minutes for this shit to start up.
Damn.
Because, you know, like, I got Discord. I got fucking, again, Premiere and all that other shit. No, I don't have Spotify. But I got Steam, too.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, like, of course, like, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to wait 15 minutes for this shit to start up and, like, all that other shit. But, yeah, that's how it is. Are you both in Windows or Mac? I use PC. He said he uses Mac. He said he started PC.
Yeah, I've been native PC, but then
He said I mix in Logic also. So around audio nerds, I feel the same way. But yeah, because everyone uses FL Studio and like for making beats and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
and like Logic, I guess I guess Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, and it's like in some ways, people have created some like crazy professional sounding stuff on Logic, where it's just like, wow, like you really sound like you were at a professional studio.
Yeah,
but like, I feel like when you actually have that equipment and you compare it to the sound, you all of a sudden can notice out all these differences where you're just like, that's a cheap version of a professional product.
You know, another thing too is that like I realize when I just like, you know, audio or like, you know, music making, but also like in any platform ever, or even like when it comes to phone, like I have an Android, you know, people are like, oh, what the fuck, you using Android? Like, oh, what the fuck, you use Premiere? You use Final Cut? Like, that's always like the weird thing, but it's like you want to work together, but then you tell them like what you work on, you're like, never mind, I can't work with you. Like,
bro, no hate to anyone that uses Final Cut. I just can't make my projects on it because there's just so many things where it decides it for you, and some people's heads work really well where they can eliminate that variable, but for some reason my head gets stuck on it, and like I'm like, oh, I got to do that. But it was already done, and then I like can't get over it and move on. For sure.
Has anyone ever told you like, oh man, I can't really do that stuff, or like I'm not that creative, you know, like
bro, creativity is a muscle.
Yeah.
Like, and because honestly, I felt like, when I look back, it feels like I wasn't creative, and then I like actually think about it, I'm like, oh no, like, I guess I've been skating since I was 5. I was constantly like
at it,
making shit.
Yeah.
Like just anything.
And of course, you naturally got better.
But that's really what it is. It's just like I just had fun, and I didn't like honestly like. I really sucked.
Yeah.
Until I was like, I started videos around 12. Like actually like starting to do videos like frequently. And I didn't make a video I was proud of until I was like 18. Like, same. Like everything was so trash.
Yeah.
But no, you just gotta keep trying this stuff. Like if you fuck with it, just make it because you enjoy it. Like,
okay.
And that's probably the best thing you can do for yourself is like do what you have fun with, and then that's gonna be your motivation to learn. It's not like where it can take you, but like I'm just having fun. Like,
okay.
I'm just making videos and make videos because this is my passion.
Yeah,
like,
because for me, well, when I work with like a lot of old people, and they're like, when I see this shit looks like some computer rocket science shit. I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, I see that, why? But once you like do it and dissect the things that you're doing, it's actually pretty easy. It's not like some, you know, again, complicated really thing. But for me, like, I go into fucking After Effects and my boss sees me like editing right in front of her. It's like, God, like this is so what the fuck. I'm like literally, I'm just see that it says scale. I'm just increasing it. That's all I'm doing. Like I'm just sliding it to the left. And she's like, yo, what the fuck? I don't know. I'm like, nah. And then when I see you use Photoshop, now I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? How'd you do that? You know? So for me, when people say that, like, oh, I can't really do this, or I'm not that creative, I'm just like, you just gotta learn how to use it. You just gotta learn how to.
Well, and like so, when I first started skating. I probably spent what was it? I spent 8 years learning how to kickflip.
Yeah.
Like, I started skating when I was 5. And it was always like my dream trick of like, I'm gonna get a kickflip one day, and I would just flick it out, and it would like, whew,
Yeah.
like hit my mom in the shin, and I'm like,
Shit.
no,
Fuck.
mom. But once I learned that kickflip, it was like next week I learned how to varial flip. The following day I learned how to fakie flip. The next day I learned how this, that, and the other thing. And so it's really just learning all these stupid problems that you're gonna have to deal with. And then once you know how to solve all the stupid problems, it's like, oh, the software is easy.
Yeah.
Like, because when you first start doing videos, you're like, why is the audio off? And then the next time you do it, it's like why is it peaking? Or like the aspect ratio is wrong. You got black bars around the entire thing, and it's just in the middle, and you're just like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
And then you figure out that stuff, and you can actually like have fun with it. But really, it's like, I mean, nah, bro, you just keep doing it. Like,
Yeah. Do you think it's hard though? Do you think no?
like it's hard, like, but again, if you're having fun with it and it's your passion, like,
Okay.
just make it because it's fun, and don't focus on doing the crazy stuff. Just focus on getting like the fundamentals. And like now that I'm learning the 3D software, I'm learning how easy After Effects and Premiere is. I'm like, oh, I've just started.
Lo, that's my grandma. What she says to me when I fix something on her phone for her settings. Yeah, like it's just that's the whole situation when it comes to like all these video editing shit. Because I'm just like, again, well, for me, I learn things pretty easy. I learn things pretty fast and easy, and that's why I'm like, oh, it's easy for me. But I'm like, I don't feel smart about it. I just feel like maybe I process it faster. And I hope you can kind of see the same way I'm seeing right now too, you know? So that's like kind of my issue with it. I'm like, no, it's not that hard. Like I really like mean that it's like it's not that hard.
Yeah.
And when I see someone doing they fuck up, I'm like, okay, I see why you're struggling. But of course I gotta tell them like why they fuck up. But still, it's like I don't know. I just feel like really like it's not as a big a deal. That's why I don't like when people make a big ass excuse or like they let one mistake fucking just get to them like that, you know?
Dictate whether or not they continue it.
Yeah.
No, I feel that for sure. I really so like with my my 3D account, I'm like really stressing on the idea of like just one line because it takes all the pressure away from it. If I just make one line and just see where it goes, and as long as I get that one line and export that image, like, because you're never gonna stop at one line. Like you're gonna be like, okay, now I'm gonna add some emission to it, and maybe a little bit of smoke, and I'm gonna just this, that, and the third thing. And I just think that's a really important headset to go into video editing with is like, I'm gonna just cut this clip.
Yeah.
Because cutting a clip is easy.
Yeah.
Click it, you delete it, you're good to go. So, okay, I'm gonna cut this clip. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm not gonna just save it and start like tomorrow and finish it. Like, I'm gonna cut the next clip, and then I'm gonna add color to it, and then I'm gonna change the audio, and then I'm gonna, actually the pacing's not right. Let's go back a little bit. But I just think, like, I'm actually kind of the opposite, where everything's been... I think it's a blessing that everything's been, like, kind of hard for me to learn. With skating, it took me forever. With videos, it took me forever. With cameras, it took me forever. But I always enjoyed it. And I think that's just... I'm a passionate person, so it's just, like, I was... And I didn't care. So it was always, like, I'm gonna skate because I want to skate, and I don't care if I'm bad at it, and I'm doing some silly stuff. Like, this is fun. I'm laughing. I'm giggling even when I'm on the ground, like, covered in dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, just develop the mindset of just make it light, just have fun. If you can't do it, don't stress on it, but like take everything in bite-sized chunks. It's gonna be way more manageable. You'll learn a lot more. I don't know.
All right, for sure, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate dropping these gems on the motherfucking chat. Yeah, shit. So have you ever experienced burned out?
Oh, bro, every day of my life. It's because it's like I got so many, but that's one thing that I love about having multiple videos stacked is when I only had one video to work on. If I was burnt out, I had nothing to do because it was like I can't work on that video. I'm gonna make shit.
Yeah.
But now it's like, all right, I'm burnt out of this like more faster energy song. Like I just can't make another flashy damn edit. Like I just can't do another one. Okay, we'll go to something smooth, and then like or maybe I have this photo shoot that I need to edit. Like, that's a simple, mindless thing where now coloring photos is like, I don't have to be present.
Yeah.
I just have to be like...
Yeah.
like, just do it.
Yeah.
So I just like keeping the momentum. And I think, like, the snowball effect is really important. So it's just, like, always working on something and just taking it day by day. Like, if you're really not feeling it, don't do something extensive. Like, don't... Because you're just going to get frustrated that you can't make this, like, procedural smoke animation. But it's like, if you just... make a photo of one smoke cloud, like you're good. Like that's
Yeah.
easy. Like, and it will give you some sense of like satisfaction, and then that will get you to the mindset of like, okay, I'm comfy with that image. Now let's make it animated. Let's make it have this procedural effect.
For sure. What exactly are you working towards with your art? Because of course you're doing music, music videos and shit like that, but like you're also doing these, other art forms, photography. So, is there one thing that you do want to for sure stick with, or do you ever want to make yourself like a business name or anything like that? Something you want to do to take your art to the next level?
Well, so OCD Visuals was never really supposed to be like just me. The entire idea of it was like, anything needed to create an OCD visual is what I'm going to provide. Whether I can do that or me and an entire crew can do that or what's up with that. So that was kind of like always where my head's at. And I think I'm not a great director, to be honest. Like my directing abilities are probably the worst. And that's a big thing that I've been working on heavily like throughout the last couple years. It's just like communication. Like for some reason I can't convey the story that I have in my head, and I'm just rambling and people will be like, what did you just say? And I was like, just trust me and just if I say to do it, just follow along with it, and I promise I'll make gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think I love filming the most in the moment, but I think I'm best at sticking to the more technical computer side. So I think ideally I'll move into a route of I'm still going to be on set, but I'm probably not holding a camera. I'm probably not directing. I'm probably talking to the director and to the cameraman to make sure like the set's filled out to give us motion tracking data, or to make sure like the green screen's evenly lit, and then to make sure like I still want to be heavy on the actual like design of the video and just the creative, like just creating the entire idea. But just when it comes down to the directing, I think there are other people who can direct better than me. When the filming, I think there are other people that can film better than me. And I think that how the film industry works is you really got to find what you're best at, and then hope that you enjoy it. And again, I like filming more than I like editing.
Yeah.
But I'm best at editing, and I'm good at being alone and just editing for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So it works for me. It's like a perfect middle ground of like, it's not the most enjoyable, but I enjoy it enough to love it, and like I'm good at it.
Yeah.
But ideally, yeah, I'll be more of like the editor, compositor, CGI generalist, and then have like, I want to be that on-set guy that makes sure the HDRI maps are made properly, making textures, making like the vision come to life through the computer. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Well then, because like I think you can really just take your shit to the next level. I think you really can. Than just being a cameraman for music videos.
Appreciate that.
Not a problem, man. If you ever had like a big budget, what would you make? And not just a music video. Anything you want to make. What would you try to make?
Damn. One thing that like really like so I don't know how I'd apply this, but there's two things that have heavy inspired me. Most recently, regarding like recent things to come out with, is Euphoria. They went crazy on that.
Yeah.
And you don't really notice how much money is into it until you like really pick up, like you pay attention to the lighting, and you're like, oh, like they had them bad boys like hundreds of feet in the air, like,
yeah,
and they filled a street with like an entire like set of smoke, and
yeah,
it was just like something like that where I could like for miles have my own lighting set up and like smoke being filled up how I'm going about it, and like that would be a dream. But really right now I'm obsessed with the idea of a sci-fi horror film. Like that is where I want to make,
bro.
Ooh,
Angel, I really hope you're watching this, because my homie has been having this sci-fi idea but he's gonna make it like he wants to make it cheap, because like we're all independent people, we're all we're making our art with our own money, and he had this idea because our friend lives in Yuma, he lives in the counties, and they're basically like kind of like big backyards, and he wanted to make like a sci-fi film that looked like 80s, because like back in the 80s, like the setting or like the sets were like kind of cheap looking compared to like modern, So like a lot of tinfoil shit, a lot of tinfoil costumes, astronaut suits.
Yeah.
But like I guess the way he envisioned it, like the monster itself or whatever, was gonna be like crazy like 3D animation CGI shit.
That's one thing that drew me to the CGI, is the fact that I can make whatever I want to make with no money.
Yeah.
Like I don't need money, and I can create this monster. I can do whatever I want to do.
Would you ever hire a team too?
Oh, like that's ideal.
Yeah.
Because like I'm good at certain aspects of CGI, but like modeling is my downfall. Along with rigging and animation. Like, because you have to, there's so much more to modeling and rigging than, like, creating something that looks nice in a photo. It's like, if you create a human face, like, you have to make those pores stretch. You have to make light pass through the densities in different ways.
Yeah.
And I understand that those ideas are there, but I don't know enough about anatomy.
Oh, okay.
So I would need someone who has like a straight up doctor background where they know the inside and out of how skin works and the muscles and how that'll make different pieces of your body like stretch and pull in different ways.
Yeah.
So that would be ideal, is to work with a team. I want to work on something where I'm in my specialized zone and it's a bigger picture. I don't care if it's my name or whose name. I just want to be a part of something that's people look at it as a whole, not as me.
Got you.
All
right. If you want, would you like to tell us about your expenses on equipment and any advice on tips that you want to give out for people who are starting to do their own camera work or just invest in equipment in general?
I would like to first preface this by saying I grew up very privileged.
Yeah.
Like I'm not over here like the richest of the rich, right? But I grew up in Cave Creek, going to school in Cave Creek. And it was never like money was an issue. Like we obviously were sometimes like, oh, we got to save more. We got to cut back on bills. But it was never like, oh, I can't eat dinner or I can't eat lunch because we just simply can't afford it. So I never had to worry about paying for anything that wasn't like any necessity. Every necessity was covered. But my parents were really good about making me like, oh, you want an allowance? Well, you got to do 5 hours of yard work every week. Like, like that's just how it goes. So they gave me a really good work ethic. But because I didn't have to pay for like clothes and shoes, I was able to spend that money and stack that money. So I my favorite camera that I've ever shot with was it's like this big boy camcorder, and that one was like $900, but the fisheye for it was $2,700.
Shit.
Yeah, broke that. I got to use it for like a year and a half, but eventually enough skateboards hit the middle of it, and I just was like, I can't film with this. Like, it is ruined. Like, I am so bothered by how this looks. I just couldn't do it anymore.
God damn.
My current setup though, that is a Panasonic GH5 and then a Sigma art lens. It's a 50 to 100. And then I actually have a few different lenses for it. So
for sure.
The GH5 I think now runs for like less than 2,000, but when I bought it, it was 2,000 for the body. Then you got to get the Metabone Speed Booster, which is 600, and that's just to be able to put like Canon or Nikon glass onto, because it's a micro four thirds, which means it's like that big of a sensor compared to like this big.
Oh, okay.
So I had to get the adapter to put it in, so like $600, and then the Sigma lens is like $1,000, and then the Olympus lens is like $750, and then I sold the broken fisheye that I bought for $2,700 and made $1,500 off of it for the broken one, and then bought a fisheye that was clean for my new camera for only $1,200. So I made like $400 off it. But that final setup is probably like $4,000. And I think the biggest thing that you can do for yourself, I mean, first of all, it doesn't matter about having the best equipment. Second, I would say you should rent more often than not, because I love my camera and I got really lucky that it fits my style. But I think I should have rented a Sony, rented a Panasonic, rented a Canon, rented this, rented that, and used them, because you can make videos without owning your own camera. You just need to have a buddy, and like, or you know, like everyone can have one piece or two, and like the my favorite lens that I ever got was the Nifty 50, which is like that 50mm 1.8.
Yeah.
Like $90.
Oh shit.
And it looks clean. Like, and it feels like plastic holding it, but no one can tell when they're watching the video that it's made out of plastic.
Yeah.
So it's about working with what you got. And like, again, like when I started filming skateboarding, I had like a Sony camcorder that cost $125 and a fisheye that was $70 that was like the size of like the center of my palm.
Oh shit.
And now I have a fisheye, like I had the other fisheye was like this big, and then like my current fisheye is like still pretty chunky. Like it's about building the mentality, and getting the momentum going, and once the momentum gets going and people start recognizing you for doing videos, they're gonna come at you like, hey, can you make this video? And then they might be like, I got $200.
Yeah.
All right, well, it only costs $40 a day to rent a Sony package. So you can shoot a video in 4K
Yeah.
and do all this. And then the hardest part about video is the editing. You can't do effects like I do if you don't have a machine to power it.
Yeah.
My current laptop is a little bit more than I'd like to admit. But certain expenses that do certain things.
Yeah, I understand it because, no, like, again, with my laptop, it's a gaming laptop. It can still like edit pretty good here like that, but I'm pretty sure like it will get to a limit where like I have too many composites, I have too many like layers on a fucking on anything, and just like it's like I can't. I'm gonna just slow down. You're gonna have to like keep me open and close Chrome while you listen to music, you know, because I like to listen to music while I edit, which is like weird, but or anything like that. So that's how my laptop is. And I'm like, I really want to invest into a PC or just more equipment too, you know.
Building out a PC, honestly, building out a PC is like, I still kind of view it as being the move, but they recently came out with a portable GPU and portable RAM, and it's made by Blackmagic, which they have the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, and then they also have DaVinci Resolve, which is a really good editing program. Because it's really cheap. That's the one you should get. If you're not going to buy Premiere or After Effects, you should get DaVinci. Because they're coloring. Some people will use DaVinci only to color correct and then bring it to Premiere. Okay. Because it's just... and they have like node mapping. Alright. Which is a really important thing to learn. Because node mapping is messed up.
So what is node mapping?
Basically, you know how like in After Effects, you composite things based on layers?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same idea where... create a box, and then you create another box, and maybe one of them is like a principal shader, and then this is the render. Yeah. And then you'll fill them with different... It's a tree of just connecting things to make the end result. So it's not set up layered, it's set up based on what areas you connect it to. Okay. Damn. You're good. I'd be moving too much. You're good, bro. Go for it. Yeah, but it's really cool because you can like affect displacement on an object, and then you can affect the color of an object, and then the emission of an object, but you're not adding all these effects on top of it. Because sometimes you get lost in what effects are affecting other effects. Because in After Effects, if something's above like these 5 other effects, that effect affects everything below it. Yeah. So it's a lot easier to have it like, this is this own thing, this is its own thing, this is its own thing, and then this one's connected, that one's connected, and then maybe this one's connected to both. You know? Okay, all right. But it's kind of it looks crazy when you build out an effect. It will have like hundreds of different things, and it will legit look like a tree with branches. Like that's fucking crazy shit. But it's so much more efficient, and it's so much more like you can give it to another editor, and they can see what you're doing. Unless you're really bad at organizing, but like you can usually figure how it works. You're just like, I don't know, it makes a lot more sense. For sure. Damn, that's fucking crazy. But DaVinci has that, and it's only like $200 for that software, and they have a free version too. Oh, then y'all look for get DaVinci. Get DaVinci. Because I used to tell them like, yo, get Premiere. I mean, you can get Premiere. Yeah, you can get Premiere just by itself, not the whole package. Because I have the whole package. I have like that shit's expensive as fuck, dude. It's like $55 a month. Yeah, $55 a month, and I'm just like I remember like Danny would hit me like, hey, let's go to Coke. I'm like, nah, bro, like I'm not going. I would tell Maya, but the reason why I don't go is just because I'm like, yo, like I know that bill's coming up. And it's just gonna, boom, wipe out. I don't need that. Yeah, I'm like, I got 70. That 50 is gonna go away. I'm gonna need the rest for gas, and I'm gonna starve for the rest of the week. Yeah, be smart with it. Yep. Goddamn equipment, bro. What was it? Oh, so basically, you don't like it. So you prefer renting over, owning it? I think with the film industry and like right now where we're at with technology, it's just smarter. Like, I know that I love taking photos and I love shooting videos for fun, regardless if I'm getting paid for it. So it's really nice to have a camera that's always ready to shoot on. And no pressure. Like, it's mine. Like, I ruin it. Cool. I only affected me rather than affecting another. But, like, specifically when it comes down to lighting, I think it's just, like, because you can get a nice light set and it will run you like a couple $100 to like $1,000. Yeah. But if you were to rent like $60,000 worth of lighting, you could like rent out a studio. Like I will prefer to rent out a studio that provides these lighting equipment, and then it's only like $50 an hour. So then you're over here like, okay, I spent $200, but I got 4 hours of using sky panels and those RE cannons and like actually getting to use industry grade stuff, which I think is important on its own. Is like you should know how to run and gun it and do it for nothing. Like I use can lights and a generator like all the time.
Oh shit.
Because it's a cheap setup. It's like I have 5 can lights and that was $100 and my generator was like another $100. And it's mostly like a skate setup.
Yeah.
But for the right thing, you can create like a cool abstract environment. But I just think it's so much more important to get yourself with the knowledge of different tools, because you're gonna get on set one day and someone's gonna tell you to like change the temperature on this thing, whatever it is, and you're just gonna be like,
yeah, how do I use it? Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how to what.
Yeah. Another thing I realized about like not just equipment and video editing is like, I mean, you're basically learning another language too.
Yeah.
And it's like cool, like Sony cameras and Canon cameras, because my work has Sony's. I kind of get lost in the menus on Sony's. But Canon, I'm like, I just know where to go.
Yeah.
Well, because when I own it too, it's at work, and I'm like, but it's just like, it's a really confusing, weird thing that like when it comes to editing and all that shit, where it's like, how the fuck do I work these things? Why can I not do the things that I want to do?
I don't. Yeah, no, you got to learn a lot.
Yeah.
Because like when you look at an image, you might be like, wow, like the Sony's better than the Canon, or like the Nikon's better than this, or the Olympus, or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you don't know the specs and you don't know what the specs mean regarding like codecs, and compression rates, if you don't understand that, you're never gonna get a good image.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't personally like Sony because their codecs are like, they're just not good, and they are trash.
Yeah.
But they only do like, I think it's when it's in 4K, it's like 90 megabytes per second.
Yeah.
And that is not enough information for 4K. And that's a big thing where people get lost too, is that it's more important to have 4K than to have a higher depth of, like, you would want more like information in your colors. Like you would want to have like H22 and 16-bit if possible, or 12-bit at least. And it's like, that matters more than the number on 4K.
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't matter. Like you got to figure out this whole nother language of like,
yeah,
how do it, like, because you can only adjust the colors so far on a Sony before they break, where you can adjust it farther on this camera, or the audio can go farther on that camera, or it's like,
and sometimes the color correction won't save it either on
you just got to know the limitations of everything, and then know how to what limitations work best for your workflow, and then also like how to maximize on them.
Gotcha.
But like with editing, like, have you ever used expressions in After Effects?
No. So
expressions are kind of like the most basic level of coding, where it's like not really, but like you'll just tell it like you'll give it a command, and then you'll tell it like a percentage interval of how fast you want it to do that command.
Oh yeah. No,
and then you just like click enter, and it automatically creates this animation, no keyframes, right? When you get into Blender, there's like full like programming. Like it is like it is actually Python programming. Jesus. And that is just literally learning another language.
Oh, for you also, with learning these things, did you do it off of YouTube, or like everyone else, or?
Yeah, like, I mean, I just mess around, create what I want to, like, so specifically with the CGI renders right now, what I do is I just start out with that cube, because it automatically gives you a cube, and then I just, I just start toying with it until it comes out with something.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to like trying to like specifically figure out how to make something look a certain way, I think YouTube tutorials are really effective, because you can like there was even like even now I'll occasionally like browse through a tutorial, and I don't necessarily like need to, but
it's good to know.
It's a sense of perspective. Yeah. Like, because if you watch, so like let's say like, okay, so I created a shockwave effect, right? And I had a pretty good idea of how I was going to create that shockwave effect for the dance video that I did, this most recent one for the Black and Blue hip hop crew. I created the shockwave animation, and I had a very good idea of how to do it. Like, it was like, okay, create like just a fractal noise and make it displace. And connect them, right? But I watched another guy's video on how to make it was like a water effect, and I thought water and air kind of look really similar, and it's really just about the motion that one gives, whereas like one's fluid and one's more like a pulsy. And by watching that, it was like, oh, I should use this effect and that effect, but I shouldn't use that one and that one, because that just doesn't apply for what I'm doing. So I just think it's important to like understand another workflow. Like just getting an idea of how someone else would do it.
Yeah, it was, for me, it was like I started changing up the phone promo that I used to make for like when I announced the guest, and like this month it was like it was glitchy,
It was clean.
Thank you.
I like that one.
Yeah, like I was like, how the fuck did I make that glitch effect again? I was like, shit. I was like, all right, YouTube tutorial, how to make a glitch effect, you know?
You ever save presets?
Yes.
Yeah, those are the key.
Yeah.
Never do an effect twice if you don't have to.
So yeah, that's what I did, and I was like, all right, cool. Now I remember, but like I remember watching like 5 different videos of to how to do the same effect. They all did it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's the same.
And I stuck with the one that I understood the most. And I was like, all right, cool. And I did that. And like, but even then, I learned how to do it my own way. Like I remember how to do like the RGB effect. You know, like how you make it look like a VHS effect.
Yeah, just a little bit of splitting.
Yeah. So that's what that's what I did. And I was like, all right, there you go. Now it looks like all a glitch, crazy mess, but it's still clean though. So like I was like, cause at first when I like started doing it, it was a fucking mess. Like,
yeah,
it was an absolute fucking mess. I was like, all right, why does it look messy to me? Oh, why? Because the factor noise is pretty fucking high. I'm gonna turn that down. The RGB splitting is kind of a little bit too wide. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer.
Or and especially when you're starting to get into like the whole displacement map things, you like underestimate how much it's really gonna affect things. And you're like, why is it shooting it to the moon? Like, why did it go? The camera's here, and you went near.
Yeah. but yeah. So again, trial and error throughout that whole shit. So
shout out skateboarding.
Shout out skateboarding. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to like just oh my god,
just giving us a platform to fail.
Yep, exactly.
Failing's the best thing you can do for your artistic career. Like literally, like I honestly have realized now. I just love the reach. I don't care about what happens, whether it's good or bad. I just want to reach for the moon. And if I end up in some shit, it's like whatever. Like I shot for it though. It was exciting. It was fun. It was the journey. That
you just shot your shot and that's it.
Yeah, I was like whatever. At least I knew next time.
Was it? Another thing I realized too was that like, fuck, I totally forgot.
Might be.
No, you're good. No. I was gonna go off for like what you said. Just like shooting your shot for it. No, I forgot. Fuck it. Fuck it. Also, so I'm just going to the questions. Fuck it. Do you do your own thing, or you already said you're turbo director, but do you still direct somewhat, or do people like, hey, I have this idea, do it like this, I want to edit it like this, when it comes to editing your videos?
Like when the client, like the person paying me
like with Savage Season, like how did that video, like tell us that process of that,
bro? All right, shout out Color 8, shout out Jalopy Bungus, bro. I wouldn't have gotten that if it wasn't for Jason. Like. Bro, it like actually makes me so happy because it was one of the first times that so I was in Portland, right? And I'm working on the black and blue video and I'm like going crazy on it. And I get this text from Cal and I was like so confused because he doesn't follow me back and I was just like I was like, what? What's happening right now? He's like, hey, Jalopy like told me that you do animation stuff. Would you be able to like check out this video and see if you could spice it up for us? So they had sent me the video that Flix and like Isaac had gave them, and it was already chopped, it was already colored, it had the text and everything. It just didn't have any of the animation. And they said like, do you think this is something you'd have fun on? And I was like, love the song, love you guys. Yeah. And so we met up in person. We chatted for like 20 minutes. Okay. Like I pull up to their spot. They were just like, yeah, we want animation. And that doesn't really mean like they didn't know that they wanted that. Yeah. Until I gave them that. Yeah. But we were just like they were just kind of like maybe like comic book or like this or that. And I was like no, I got this. I just need you to trust me and I need you to give me some time. Okay. And I worked on it for a month. It was a month of like every day like okay maybe one day I only did like 3 hours or 2 hours, but then the next day I did like 12, 14. Okay. So it was just like whenever I got a chance, if I was like getting bored of a project or like you said, like an artistic block, I would always like, okay, well, I can draw some animations because that's tedious as hell. So that video was just so much fun because they just told me like, yo, just make something. Okay. And then like after 2.5 weeks, they were just kind of like, hey, like, what's up with it? And I sent them like 4 clips and they're like, take as much time as you need. You are doing great. All right. So that video was completely different from a lot of other videos that I've worked on where people have persuade my decision making and I usually have to follow because I'm like on contract. But for them it was just like, here's a down payment. Now get us what you can. I showed them what they could. All right, now finish it. All right, finish it, and then they pay me the rest. Like so it was just super smooth and like they weren't harassing me. They were just asking for updates like once a week. Okay. And I would send them a clip or two and they'd be like, yes. and just it was great energy, and they were the most fun to work with, and I really want to do something more
All right.
because I think it could be so much crazier if I didn't. Because that was an interesting challenge to have to. Like, I couldn't adjust the edit at all. I didn't have any of the raw clips, so like the compression would have been too much. So I just had to make it work with what I had, and it was just super fun to like. All right,
but you made something.
Like, make something.
You made something really good. That's the thing. Like, you made something like, bro. I can't get enough of that video either. Like, I can't get enough of it. I can't like. I fucking love the parts where like Johnny Cage just fucking kicking and swinging for no reason, or like I think. Who was it? I think it was a drummer who like kind of hits Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah,
like,
he knocks
like,
down.
Fucking knocks him. I was like, dude, that shit was cool. Like, I just like creative shit like that, and like, so
the clouds in that video was actually my first time rendering CGI and putting it into it because I couldn't find. That was like the first time that I was like, I can't find a fight cloud. Like, I want a cartoon looking fight cloud, and I want hands popping out of it and like little text bubbles, and I can't find anything that looks even like halfway or a quarter of the way what I want, and so I just made it. And I was just like.
Was that hard to export the Blender project to like?
Oof, my man.
So how do you do that? What's the process on that?
So there's this file type called an EXR, and it basically renders it out as different passes. So you have your normal pass, your displacement pass, your bump pass, like your like a mission pass. There's like 20 of them, right? That you can go through if you choose to, and it renders them all separately. So that way. In After Effects, I pull them all in using a plugin that I had to get, and it will put them as one video, but I can adjust every piece of it. So for the emission, that's like light, right?
Yeah.
So I can make it glow more or less. I could make it spread more or less. I could change the color to any color. There was like no loss in data. And then to render it out, I actually used a render farm because that's a really cool thing that's been going on is you can drag and drop a project file, put all the settings, and then like Amazon even does this, where you send it to their computers, they render it, and you get it back in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Like, and I'm talking like the full video. That would have taken me like, it would have actually taken like 60 hours to render.
Oh shit.
Like, I would have had to set my computer to the side and just left it for like days, like just not touched.
Jesus.
So that one was, it was a big learning experience, and it was super fun to like be able to like actually like affect CGI. In
do you still want to do 3D more? Or
I want to go crazy. I got a couple videos that I'm doing some like I'm working on this video with Alvagrim, and we already got it shot, and I'm just like we created this really cool set. It was just like it's really simple when you look at the footage, but because I have the green screen in the background and then the way the lighting is set up, I have so much room to play with. And I'm just like trying to figure out how what direction I want to take it. But that's going to be my next one that I really integrate CGI with. The hardest part is that those render farms cost money. So I'm kind of like, if it costs like $20 for 10 seconds, like you got to have a couple $100 for CGI alone.
Okay.
And then paying me.
yeah, I feel that. Oh man, that's just crazy, bro. This shit's, oh my god. I'm just because like I'm really impressed about your work. Like,
yeah.
And again, me as a video editor, like that's my job. I do corporate shit though. You're doing some crazy art shit, so I know you're on a whole different level than me, without a doubt.
It's just I don't even like. It's the same. And in some ways, I kind of prefer doing corporate stuff because it's like so easy to just like
it's
just lock in.
Yeah, it's dead easy. It's dead
and you
easy.
still have fun with it. Like
yeah.
I feel like I can have fun with doing a boring video. Like I can just enjoy my time with it because I just again I like computers. I like being, and I'm sure it's the same way for you where you're just enjoying it.
Yeah.
But again, it kind of just came back to the passion fell through when it was all about money, and I kind of like. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that dilemma because one of these days I'm gonna be making all my money from videos, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to combat that and still make great art.
Yeah.
But it's like I love doing corporate stuff here and there because it's like so little pressure. I know exactly what they're looking for. I don't have to go like the most we're going back and forth on is the font.
Yeah.
Like they're like, yo,
yeah,
you have no sense of style, my guy.
So. Well, when it comes to not just music videos, but the visual you did for like 19th Ave or anything else, what is the creative process on that? Basically, not music videos.
I think honestly, my creative process is the same for all. I mean, not for the corporate. The corporate's pretty separate. But anything artistic, it is always like we meet up and we like Daniel and I met up at fucking Boza, and we just got some donuts and I got a like a boba tea, and like we just hung out, chatted up, and we were just. I mean, like first we kind of talk a little bit money, like okay, well, like what do you got to spend? Okay, so what can we do with that amount of money? And then it was like, all right, like like let's create that atmosphere that you want to present. Like you grew up hanging out with your friends at 19th Ave. Let's host a cookout. Like that's not that expensive. We can get people to show up and play characters for this video without them even knowing that they're playing characters. So that video, I don't know. I think that's what I love about the creative videos is you can fully just hang out like how you and I are talking right now. And like at the end of the hour, you can have this entire video mapped out and you just have to hope it follows through. Yeah. And like, but it's just super fun because you're just friends, like just having fun. Yeah. Because
was Daniel like involved with the editing at all? Or was he just like, oh, I just trust you what you do?
Yeah, he trusted me with the edit. But I mean, like, I definitely sent him a couple things. And then he was maybe like, it'd look cool if the colors were a little bit like that, or if or maybe don't use that sound effect. Because that was a big, like, I used a lot of Foley in that one. So he kind of was just like usually that's how it goes. Is people would give me a fair amount of trust, and it'll just be like, yo, that thing right there sucked. Don't do that at all. And you're like, heard loud and clear. Not gonna do that. Like, avoid that and just keep pushing forward.
Gotcha, man. Oh man. So what are your favorite types of videos that you've done so far?
My favorite, like, oof.
No, when I just music, because again, you've done Tyrants and you've also done Pete's. You've also done like Masterminds as well, and they're all like kind of different sounds, you know.
I liked the trauma video that Mastermind did and I did was really fun. Yeah, because that one was really like, so basically I had two other music videos planned that fell through, and I had that 67 Camaro ready, and like it was not easy to get that car to run. We spent like months like getting it in and out of the shop, and like it doesn't have AC. We're shooting this in the middle of the summer, so we're just over here like just sweating bullets, like not looking good. And I'm like driving around Phoenix on 4 miles a gallon. Like I need to find someone to shoot a music video for before I waste $100 like driving. And I texted Kai and was like, yo, bro, let's get it. And like all the scenes of outside the car, I'm holding my Ronin and my camera and just like running like alongside the car.
God damn.
So that video was just hella fun to be like, we have no idea what we're gonna do, and we just shot it outside of his neighborhood. Like I figured. Yeah.
Like, let's just, the fuck of the two, switch your bars, go for it, bro.
But that video wasn't too extensive, so I think like there are other videos that I enjoy more. Like I really the dance video I did. Was it not the most recent one. Like I really liked that one because some of the effects were cool.
Oh wait, was it with the girls? Right?
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
But before that, I did with just one girl. And what was cool about that was I actually worked with two other creatives. I worked with another filmer, and we kind of like co-directed a little bit. And then the dancer is also one of like my close homies that I've known since early high school. Yeah. And so it was just like comfy. Like I could tell her to like get dirty, and she didn't care. Like she was down to.
That's what's up.
Dance wherever. I was like, all right, well, what's gonna make a cool video? And I was like, nice.
By the way, do you want your beer or no? Oh, sure. Because it's no, you can go for it. You can go for it. Because like this has been there the whole time. Like we haven't given you your beer. Fuck.
we were off close. That's more on me. I'm closer.
You're good.
Sorry. I thought about saying something in the beginning, but then I was like, no, like, it's cool.
The time has passed.
But yeah, the dance video was hell.
But that video was like, so I think the reason why I suck at directing is because I started with skateboarding, and skateboarding is really like watch it, shoot it, and like it's more documentary feeling. So I'm really, really good at event photography. I'm really good at like just noticing people's energy and capturing that. So that was what was really nice about the dance video. It was like sort of planned, and we were obviously like had an idea of the composition, but for the most part we just let the dance carry the video, and then the edit was just how it flowed, and we didn't like, I usually don't plan my cuts before editing. Like some people will be like, this is scene 1, this is scene 2, this is scene 3. I have a vague idea, but usually I layer everything and then I look through every clip and like what's the best parts, and then I just fill in the blanks.
Gotcha.
But with that video, I had worked with a colorist who's actually who I lived with in Chicago. Her name is Kaylee Orchid, and we spent probably like 5 days together, just like going in on this video, and it was just so much fun to work with her because she also was in film school, so she has like this different mentality of how things work, and just I'm a decent colorist, but again, that's another thing where it's like I can do it, but there are people who are better at it for sure, and she is really, really solid at it. So it was just nice to get like other people's perspectives, and she's also like a really talented musician, so she did some of the sound effects, and yeah, that was like one of my first projects where I worked in a group, and I love working with people. I think like that's the best part of the film industry is being able to like all give that gem that you have, and then like create something bigger.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do more teamwork related things. But
Okay.
that video was so much fun to make. And then like anything skate related is my favorite. But like a specific music video that I did. Honestly though, bro, like my favorite music videos I've worked on aren't even out yet.
Really?
And that's a little bit my fault, but it's also a little bit like I feel like the music industry is all about timing. So I'm being like very like
Meticulous?
yeah, meticulous, methodical about like when I post. So
Yeah.
I have like a bunch of videos that I'm like, that's my best video. Like, yo, that's my best video, and no one's seen them. Like some of them the artist hasn't even seen, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, don't post it just yet. You don't want to let people know. I'm the same fucking way.
It's like, listen, this needs time. We need to
Wait, yeah,
marinate this.
I'm the same way with my music because I'm just like I've shown my friends my beats like, bro, this shit bangs. I remember I put like do you know Kush America? Yeah, so like I just put one of my beats on there. Mastermind was on there. He's like, hey, bro, give me that beat. I'm like, actually no, bro. I'm actually not gonna give you my beat.
I need this magic.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm actually gonna use it for myself. I'm sorry.
It's the exclusive. Maybe you should be in. Record at the Flako Studios.
Exactly. That's the office, bro. That's the office. That's coming soon, baby.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so with music videos, all the other shit, is there one thing that you learn from it pretty much, or that you can say with all these people, like just being so like, because you have your foot in every like step of like type of video making. Do you ever feel like this is too much for you, or do you feel like you get kind of intimidated by jumping into new things? Or
honestly, I've never been intimidated by jumping into new things, and my problem has been trying to jump into new things too often.
Yeah,
like I'm a very consistent person, but that's not like I don't know. I guess actually no. I mean, I guess when I think about it, I'm like I've stuck to photography and videography like for really, really long, but there's just so many layers of it that I've like explored around in.
Yeah.
But honestly, the biggest thing that it really taught me was that like this industry in Phoenix, our music scene, just showed me that like you can't allow, because like I'm an introvert, I got social anxiety, and this showed me how if you just create what you really feel like in your heart, and you're just nothing but genuine with people, like you shouldn't allow those personality traits to affect your business.
Yeah.
And just like it really opened my eyes to like how open-armed people were in this scene. Like everyone out here really is just like a friend, and they like show you that like, no, fail, like try it, fail, and we will still be here pushing you to be the best you can be, and it's beautiful. So that's probably the biggest thing it's taught me, is just like good people skills, and like communicating and working well with others, and like trying to, I don't know.
The same here, because I tweet about it too. I'm like you know that fucking meme where the kids are doing this? yeah, that shit. Like they're all shy. I'm like, when my friends like talk about my podcast to people, I'm like, because I don't go out whenever I go to these shows or anything like that. I never introduce myself. I'm just like, I'm gonna just be another dude in the crowd, just moshing and shit, and that's it. Yeah, and then I'm gonna drink. But every time I go with Danny, he's like, hey, bro, this dude right here, this homie has a podcast. I'm like, dude, please stop. I actually didn't want you to introduce me, but thank you though. You know,
it was a hard thing to get used to, and everyone's like, "Yo, this OCD." I was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm mad."
Yo, it's OCD. Yeah.
Now I love it though. It makes my heart so happy when I hear someone like yell from across the room, "OCD!"
Yeah,
and I'm just like, "Hey!"
Yeah, like, or Flako, like, what's up, bro?
And
like,
it feels good. It's like my work is its own entity. That's cool.
I like the random DMs too. Like, bro, if a girl signs into my DMs like, "Hey, I like your podcast," other than "Hey, you're cute," I'm taking on a date. Fuck that. Like,
Yeah, like, you like my podcast?
yeah, I'm like, shit, you fuck with my merch? God damn, what's up? Because that actually did happen. So, but she didn't text me back. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. No, actually, no.
heartbreaker.
No, actually, we were just like, oh no, it's cool. Like, I was like, I'm being honest with you, I'm not looking for a relationship. So it's like,
I
but
feel you.
yeah, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna just take you out because that really made my fucking day. So like, I'm gonna just, finna get that. Hey, nah. So you mentioned that you travel.
Yeah.
How often do you travel for your work?
Bro, I will travel any opportunity. Like, I will honestly lose money to travel. Like, if someone's like, yo, can you do a video in LA? But I only got like $200. I'm like, bet, I'm there. I'll sleep in my car. I'll spend $100 on gas.
Damn, really?
Like, cool.
That's what's up.
You do not have to tell me twice. Chicago actually really shouldn't have happened. Because, like, my car starter broke. I had to get knee surgery. And then... Yeah, just because of knee surgery, I couldn't work for 3 months.
Shit.
And so I was like, I have to, because I still pay a fair amount in bills for my car, my insurance, my gas, Adobe, my website.
Yeah.
Like, I got 10 monthly payments that I got to deal with.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out how to make money for those, let alone a plane ticket, and then food, and then all that. But it's like, all right, I only got $100, but I can make it work. Like,
Okay.
like $100 after the plane ticket. Like, okay, that's fine. Like $5 a day.
Damn.
Like, okay, I'll eat for $5 a day. That's fine. I can figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
Cliff bars and protein shakes every day.
I can't do that because again, I'm really hell into diet. Like I'm really into like what I eat.
Yeah.
Like because I cannot like I feel like a piece of shit when I just eat nothing but In-N-Out burgers. Well,
I can't do okay, that's a
or
lie.
fast food or anything.
I do In-N-Out probably like 5 times a week, no lie.
Oh shit.
Like, because I get off work at like 2 a.m. Or maybe earlier, but still, it's like the only place I can, like, I live with my parents, so I'm not gonna go and I'm a really big cooker. Like, I love cooking food. So if I'm gonna make food, I can't just make like a PB&J or like Kraft mac and cheese. Like, I want to make a pasta with a good amount of vegetables and like saute those vegetables and season some good chicken and grill that chicken.
Yeah.
And we're looking at like an hour-long ordeal, and that is not what I'm trying to do at 11 to 2 a.m.
Yeah, you're trying to get in, get out, go to sleep.
Yeah. So the only thing that's open is In-N-Out. So I probably eat In-N-Out like 5 times a week. But I'm pretty heavy on my health because I think like I've just always been like really like hyper aware of like how things affect me, and I feel like shit if I eat like shit.
Yeah.
So it's like protein shakes. Like I drink, and like my protein shakes are protein smoothies. Like
Oh really?
I do the best one. I'm about to put you all on. Okay.
She's
You
shaking
do-
her head. This man knows what's up.
Half an avocado. Okay.
Half an avocado.
Half an avocado.
All right.
A little bit of like spinach. Okay.
Okay.
I do chocolate protein powder,
Yeah.
banana, probably only like half a banana because this thing gonna be thick if you do too much. Some strawberries, cocoa powder, peanut butter. It's the best strawberry banana chocolate shake you will ever have in your life. And you got your potassium. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Get your potassium up. If you're hydrated in Arizona and you don't have potassium, you can die.
Shit. All right.
you're just
Listen to this man, everybody.
get
Listen,
your potassium.
listen to this man.
Coconut water, bananas, the whole shebang.
God damn. All right. That sounds like it's fucking smacks.
But it
bro.
smacks because the avocado makes it thicker, and then it just adapts the chocolate flavor, so it like just tastes like a chocolate smoothie, and you feel great.
All right.
I drink it, and then like I'm running for because I work 2 restaurants, so it's like I drink this before I go into work, and then I don't get to eat until like 4.
You a busser or what are you?
Yeah, I'm a busser.
Same here. I used to be a busser. Sorry, and a bar back. Those
Bar bacting's better. I like that.
Yeah, it is
busting's hard on my body.
Yeah, dude. One time, thing is like I was still busser, but like for some fucked up reason there was no bar back, or even if there was one, the manager told me, "Hey, go help out the bar, go take the bus out." I'm like, "Fuck," and I remember like the last like 3 months of me working there, I fucked up my back, and I literally told my manager, I was like, "Yo, dude, I cannot pick it up. Like my back hurts." And like, if I do it anymore, I'm pretty sure it'll get worse. And she's like, "You're 20, calm down." I'm like, "All right, fuck you, bitch."
Listen, you want to talk about 20?
Yeah. I'm like, "All right, fuck you, bitch." And I was like, I still did it though, because I can't.
Yeah,
I was like, I got shit to pay for,
Problem
But
being a buster is they be paying you well.
yeah.
So you're just over here like, I guess I'll be your bitch. If you say so.
Yeah. What kind of restaurant do you work at? Is it like a fancy restaurant?
I work at a steakhouse.
Oh, okay.
So that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be a character. It's okay though.
Oh, really?
Sometimes I like it, but sometimes the customers or the guests
Mm-hmm.
they be asking me questions.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'll answer kind of like who I like. They'll be like, "Oh, you go to school?" And I'm like, "No." and then they'll be like, "You got plans to go to school?" Well, no. And then it's just always like funny because it's in Scottsdale too.
Yeah.
So you got all these Scottsdale parents like, why do you not want to do anything with your life? And I'm like, I don't have time to explain to you what I do with my life.
Yeah. I gotta check on that table because that lady's getting angry. So can you please leave me alone? Like,
Yeah.
I hate that too because a lot of old people be like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, like I do engage like a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, like, I go to
I'm
like,
friendly. Like,
I'm like, oh, I did go to SEC. Like at the time, I was like, yeah, I go to SEC and shit like that. Like, oh, what are you in filmmaking? Like, oh, so you trying to be Mr. Steven Spielberg? Look at you. I'm like,
Mr. Scorsese.
yeah, and I'm just like, all right, cool. Where's my $5 tip? Because I'm being cute and shit. I give you that shit.
I was like, hey, you want to slip that to the side?
Exactly.
The servers only tip me out so much.
Yeah, I'm like, you're such a hardworking young man. I'm like, it'd help if I'd work even harder if you give me a tip. I'm saying.
It's like, Liz?
Yeah.
Liz? But then I work at an Italian spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nice. It's a Sicilian butcher. I really like that spot.
Wait, you work at Sicilian Butcher?
Yeah.
I used to work there.
Really?
Yeah.
I like them. I don't mind it.
Who do you like? Who do you like?
When were you there? Did you have John as a manager?
Yeah, I had John.
I almost killed him.
You hated John?
Bro, I love John as a human being.
Okay.
But he would say some stupid shit, and I would just look at him, and he would just, like, see the fire in my eye of just, like, boy, if you don't shut up right now. Like,
No, me and him got along, bro. Basically, because we're both short. No, okay. Bro, Joey. That dude's racist, I swear.
I'm not, I'm not talking trash on the owner of my restaurant right now, so we keep
you're
all opinions
not
aside.
gonna say anything,
But if he is racist, I will quit that job, I swear to God.
no, okay, I'll tell you. I do have the story. Okay, so when John was there too, I remember, like it was just it was like a slow Friday probably, and I went to the back. You know, like you go to the back of the restaurant, and you go check on your phone. Do you ever do that? Yeah. So like I do that. Like I did that like pretty often, but like it was fucking slow, like dead slow, like 5 tables.
Okay, yeah.
And inside there was like 2 in the patio. And I was like, all right, and there's only one bunch of meat. Like everyone's eating, everyone's got their waters. All right, go outside.
Well, yeah, you can check. You know what's covered and when you're good.
Yeah, and that's what I did. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back and check. I always go back, check, see who's messaging me. Like, all right, cool. Swipe, whatever. Then like pick up my phone. I took like an extra minute because I was like, what the fuck is this? And then Joey pops up from the back. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, shit, my bad, Joey. He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, okay, yeah, sorry, bro. Went back inside. Mm-hmm. Thought the whole situation passed. No, it didn't. Motherfucker, like, so I also help out closing the bar too.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god, bro, I fucking hate this part because I was out there cleaning up the bar too, and John comes like, hey, bro, like, were you on your phone today? I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, what'd you do? I'm like, well, like, I was just checking messages. You know, like everyone does that. You know, he's like, well, Joey said you're on there for an extra minute. I was like, dude, no, I was on there for like 1 minute, like tops.
Like he wasn't sitting there watching me, like.
Yeah. He was like, okay, so like he comes, like, he's like, all right, come to my office. Like, we're gonna look at the email. We go to the back of the office. Joey's pissed, bro. Like he's typing in caps, exclamation points, all this other shit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But he
wilds.
Yeah, he was wilding, bro.
There's a reason why that business runs well, though. Because he's crazy.
Yeah, I see that.
Keep going.
No, so, like, what happened was, like, I remember, too, he's like, just read this email. And I was, like, looking, he's like, today I saw some fucking skinny Mexican kid. And I'm like, all right, first of all, you don't gotta say skinny.
Skinny?
Yeah, and like, well, one, yeah, you don't
I'm
gotta.
swole.
Bitch, you see this shit?
You see the games?
Yeah, but I was like, you don't gotta say fucking and skinny Mexican. You don't gotta say that shit.
Yeah, you could just left it at, like, some kid,
yeah,
or busser, or what? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't have. You don't even. Yeah, someone was on their phone. Period.
Yeah, you could have just left it at that, but that was your opening sentence, and that kind of pissed me off right there. And he's like, "Oh, he's on for 7 fucking minutes." I told his ass to get back inside. He gave me attitude. I'm like, "Whoa, that did not happen one bit." I just said, "I'm sorry, bro," and I went back in. That's it. He's like, "I want to fire his ass right fucking now." he would fire.
They try to come at me sometimes.
Really? They try. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it because, like, bro, he would come at anyone for the slightest shit.
They be coming at me, but that's cause I mean, like, the problem is that I'm a really good worker, but yeah, I'm young, so they'll come at me for some stupid stuff.
Yeah, they want to like bully you and shit like that,
but they won't fire me because I'm the only one that knows what they're doing. When it comes to busing, like, no one else can, because it's all about time management, and if you don't have that, it does not matter how fast you bust a table.
Same here. For me, like, they wouldn't even tell me, like, oh, fuck, Paul is in my section. Oh, fuck, this bitch is in my section. I wish I had Ivan, because, like, for me, like, not even that, I would also help out the bar. I'd, like, because I really want to become a bartender at that time. Like, I was really hungry for it.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Really?
Like, honestly, because my body's fucked. Like, it is, like, if I could just stand in one spot and just move fast in that one area, cool.
That bar, bro, it's a good bar, actually. I like it.
I mean, it's not a full service bar, so, like, considering that, it's pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it would be like that. So I was good with all the servers. I was good with all the managers. I was good with the fucking cooks in the kitchen too, because they were Mexican. We were all like, yo, come that way, like all that shit. And Joey, he was the only person that fucking hated me, bro. It was only him. Literally, we've gone through this situation like 3 times about him trying to fire me. He fired me, but because I gave someone attitude. That's because I put in my 2 weeks though. So like I was literally on the last like 3 last days of like the 2 weeks, and I was like, Carla, shut the fuck up. Like I was like, Carla, shut the fuck up. Stop it with your stupid ass attitude. Like, go food run. Right?
Oh yeah, she still works there.
She's still there.
Yeah.
Tell her fuck her. No, kidding. No, kidding.
Isaac said.
You can tell like, oh yo, you know, homie Ivan. Yeah, he hates you. No, but I don't really hate her. She still follows me on Snap. But yeah, like you can tell the story too. Like she was food running. She's like, can you help? I was like, hey, yo, fuck you.
Sometimes though she does that where I'm just like, that is not my job, and I have 10 things going on right now.
Yeah. That's how I felt. I was like, yo, fuck you, I'm not doing that. And then she told one of the managers. And is Diana still there? Diana, like,
isn't that the mom of Joey? Isn't that Joey's mom?
I think so.
The older lady?
No, she's not old for sure. She's like,
all right, well,
no, not Diana. Oh, think of Donna probably.
Oh, I don't know. There's no Donna.
Oh, she probably left or something. But yeah, she's like this tall. No, not tall, but like thick. She's thick. She's thick and brown skin, but she's not Mexican or anything either. She doesn't have like an accent. She sounds pretty white, but I don't know what she is. But she told that manager, and she comes like, "Did you really say that to come?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." Like I was like, "I fucking did." And he's like, "Ivan, why would you do that?" I'm like, "One, that's her job. Like you guys always tell me to help out. Like, and I put in my 2 weeks, so like I really don't care, honestly." It's like, I'm gonna tell Joey. I'm like, "Do it." I'm like, "No balls, do it."
You won't.
Yeah, I'm like, "You won't." And then, like, I remember John called me the next day. He's like, "Ivan, did you say that shit?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm sorry. Gonna have to let you go." I'm like, "Hey John, it's all good, bro. Don't even worry."
I don't need those 2 shits.
Yeah, I'm like, "I'm good, bro." Like,
Sounds like I got a weekend off.
And I remember like I walked the next day like just with my fucking, I wore my bandana too, with some ripped jeans, and I was like in a tank. I was like, "What's good, bro? What's good, homie?" And I was greeting all the servers like, "Yo, what's good? How y'all doing? Picking up my last check. What's good? Hey, what's up, Joey?"
I make it apparent.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, what's good?" I was like, "Oh, Ivan, why the fuck did you do that?" I'm like, you know me, son. I'm out here like that.
No, we in these streets.
Yeah,
Tatum and Greenway.
Yeah. And I remember Carla was like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Carla, you're saying me anyway. Don't even worry about that, bro."
Yeah, I was like, it is not.
Yeah, but Joey, he was a crazy dude.
Yeah.
Because I also used to work at Hash Kitchen.
Oh.
As a bar back.
Damn.
And that shit.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. You want to talk about mental health, bro?
You're not having it.
No, but yeah, that shit was crazy. Working 2 jobs and then school too on top of that. Bro, my weekends were gone. Like I was just pulling doubles.
Yeah, I don't really, because you make all the money on the weekend.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, and then no one wants to do anything on a Tuesday night, so then I'm editing. And like honestly, I always have videos to edit, so it's like,
yeah, I
try to do that. I'm getting a lot better at the whole balance thing because I realize how important it is to like be productive. Yeah. But no, if I can, I'm probably editing.
Bet.
So I feel that it's all about that.
For sure. But yeah, Joey, fuck that dude, racist. All right.
No comment. No. I'll take your word for it. I might have to.
But we all right. But it's 1 or an hour and 43 minutes.
We're at an hour and 43.
Yes, sir.
Damn, I guess it did get dark.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Kat.
I just have to pee.
Bathroom is right there.
Nah,
first,
you're
first,
not allowed.
First door to get right.
Chill.
I was gonna ask if I could like step out.
Yeah, no,
but
for sure.
I make noise.
For sure. No, you're totally fine. You're totally
respectful,
fine.
and we appreciate you.
But
you continue. I'm fine.
no, I'm actually about to wrap this up now. But do you have anything else you want to say, bro? Anything you want to plug? Any plans for 2020, bro? What are you trying to do?
Oof. Okay. a few things. You know Mr. Elijah Butler? Have you heard that name? He's a photographer. He does a lot of work with Zay. But like he did the cover art for November and
Oh yeah.
yeah, but he's a really cool dude. We're working on music videos together, and he's actually going to be the director and the colorist, and then I'm going to be doing more of the editing side. Okay. So if you want a music video shot by two people whose styles are different and go together, we're going to come at you with something special. So hit up OCD Visuals, hit up Under Productions, hit up Elijah Butler, Matt Black. You already know. Come on, we're going to get you right. But I'm really excited for that because I don't do well when it comes to working with people. When it's like, when I know I can do something a certain way, I don't like sharing that because, you know, sometimes people do things their way and that's completely fine. But like when you're going for a vision, you can't have them have that much contrast and be like, whoa, that doesn't fit. Him and I actually really work well together and it looks good on the projects that we've been creating. So we got some future projects coming up and we hope to get more done soon. I'm also trying to travel anywhere. Right now, LA is like my hot spot of trying to go out there and get as much photo shoots and music stuff done. Yeah, hopefully more clothes too, but really just keep an eye on the music videos. We got daily CGI renders. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it up for because it takes 7 hours to render one.
Jesus.
It's hard, bro. And I'm like, I want to keep doing this.
And you're not making animations either. You're just.
Well, some of them are animated, so that way I can get like the motion blur. But then, yeah, I don't animate the whole animation. But yeah, no, they are crazy. Like that is extensive. So I'm making the CGI renders every day. I'm trying to get my. I even want to start doing like tutorials, like kind of giving people ideas on how to like go about the shooting process and the post production process. So it's OCD Visuals takeover. Like big things are coming for 2020. Like I'm working hard. I'm just free reign
for sure.
Nothing but focus on videos.
Are you also open to projects like just people want to hit you up for music video ideas? Or are you
honestly, I am like literally send any song to ocdvisuals@gmail.com.
Okay.
I don't care if you want a video or cover art or anything. Just send me a song. I'll tell you what I think of it. If that's what you want to hear. If you got an idea, I'll maybe share some ideas. But I'm down to work on anything.
Because I do have an idea actually.
Send it through.
But I will know after this because I'm gonna probably submit the song on Kush America if you guys want to see it later. But yeah, I do like have a video that like I totally want to just get you like I don't know how you feel about it and shit like that because this is like joke rack music like
hell yeah.
So
no, I'm with it.
Okay,
make something fun.
All right, but yeah, so it's gonna be something pretty fun that I'm gonna pitch to you. But yeah, bro. Everybody, that was my homie Matt. OCD Visuals. Please dab me up, son. Go follow him on Twitter, Instagram, his YouTube channel. Check out all his work. Check out check out Savage Season. That shit was bashing.
That's probably my hardest video.
That shit was bashing, bro.
Oof.
That shit bashing.
Appreciate you, boss.
Not a problem, bro. But yeah, links in the description below for that. If you guys want to support the podcast, go to anchor.fm/Scrappy-Flako. You can subscribe for at least $1 a month.
No question. It's $1. Skip the thirst buster.
Exactly. Boom. Or I mean, you can get both if you why would you do money?
If you got money.
Yeah,
if you're
but
really rich like that.
Exactly. You bougie like that. Get that Fiji water, son. All right, but support your locals, everybody. I think that's all I gotta say. And yeah, just keep like, comment, share, subscribe, all the other shit. And y'all have yourself a goddamn good one, okay?
I appreciate you having me.
Not a problem, bro. I appreciate you being on here, bro. Oh my god. There we go. We're good.